The first word in Unit 2 is adverse. Adverse. Adverse is an adjective meaning unfavorable or working against or hostile. Because of adverse weather conditions, our field trip had to be rescheduled. And a truly determined person will not be discouraged by adverse circumstances. The next word is arid. Arid. Arid is an adjective meaning extremely dry or uninteresting. Cactuses are ideally suited to survive in arid desert soils. Or, a writer may describe her 40s as a somewhat arid patch in her literary career. Now let's try the third word in Unit 2. It is assailant. Assailant. Assailant is a noun meaning a person who attacks violently. A police artist may make a composite sketch of an assailant. Also, martial arts training may help you defend yourself against an assailant. The next word is billow. Billow. Billow functions as two parts of speech. It can be used as a noun meaning a large wave. Billows of smoke may spew from an active volcano. Or, billow can be used as a verb that means to rise or swell like a wave. A photograph may show thick fog billowing over the Golden Gate Bridge. Our fifth word is confront. Confront. Confront is a verb meaning to meet face to face, especially as a challenge. A president may win the admiration of the American people by confronting difficult issues. And refugees fleeing a civil war may confront all kinds of unpleasant problems. Word 6 is constrain. Constrain. Constrain is a verb meaning to force or to restrain. A reluctant witness may be constrained to testify in court. Or, good sense should constrain you from following someone else's bad example. Let's move on to the next word. It is contemporary. Contemporary. Contemporary functions as two parts of speech. It can be used as an adjective meaning belonging to the same period of time. You may find contemporary events more interesting than ancient history. Contemporary can also be used as a noun meaning a person of the same time. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the creator of Sherlock Holmes, and Harry Houdini, the famous magician and escape artist, were contemporaries. Word 8 is depict. Depict. Depict is a verb meaning to portray or to represent in a picture. A biographer may depict her or his subject as a gifted but troubled individual. And many of Claude Monet's paintings depict water lilies. Our next word is disinterested. Disinterested. Disinterested is an adjective meaning fair-minded or indifferent. The English historian George Trevelyan once said that disinterested intellectual curiosity is the lifeblood of real civilization. Or, a totally disinterested observer often makes the best judge of a person's character or behavior. Word 10 is encompass. Encompass. Encompass is a verb meaning to encircle, to enclose, or to include. As the Bible says, at the 6th hour darkness encompassed the earth. Or, Hamlet says that there are more things in heaven and earth than are encompassed in his friend Horatio's philosophy. Our next word is groundless. Groundless. Groundless is an adjective meaning without any good reason or cause. A defense attorney may tell a jury that the case against her or his client is entirely groundless. Or, a person's suspicions may prove groundless. Next up is hypocrite. Hypocrite. Hypocrite is a noun meaning a person who pretends to be what he or she is not. Abraham Lincoln once said that he hated slavery because it enables the enemies of free institutions to taunt us as hypocrites. And a person who leads a double life might be described as something of a hypocrite. Word 13 is incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. Incomprehensible is an adjective meaning impossible to understand. You may find signs written in a foreign language incomprehensible. Or, a person's moods may sometimes be incomprehensible, even to close friends. The next word in Unit 2 is manipulate. Manipulate. Manipulate is a verb meaning to handle skillfully or to manage for personal gain. I've always found it difficult to manipulate a pair of chopsticks. And a weak-willed person may be easily manipulated by those around him. Let's move on to word 15. It is maximum. Maximum. Maximum functions as two parts of speech. It can be used as a noun meaning the greatest possible amount or degree. A defendant found guilty of a misdemeanor may be fined the maximum allowed by the law. Maximum can also be used as an adjective that means reaching the greatest possible amount or degree. A judge may impose the maximum sentence on a defendant convicted of a particularly vicious crime. The next word is mimic. Mimic. Mimic also functions as two parts of speech. It can be used as a noun that means a person who does imitations. A particular stand-up comedian may be a skillful mimic. Or, mimic can be used as a verb meaning to imitate or to make fun of. The mockingbird can mimic the songs of other birds. Word 17 is ruffle. Ruffle. Ruffle is another word that can be used as two parts of speech. It can be a verb meaning to wrinkle or make uneven, to annoy or to flip through. A certain kind of bird may ruffle its feathers when it feels threatened. Ruffle can also be used as a noun that means a gathered strip of material used for trimming, a ripple, or a low drumbeat. A dress may have lace ruffles at the neck and wrists. The next word is serene. Serene. Serene is an adjective with several meanings, including peaceful, free of emotional upset, clear and free of storm, or majestic. A person may possess a serene disposition, or the waters of a lake may be serene. Word 19 is sheepish. Sheepish. Sheepish is an adjective meaning embarrassed or meek or timid. It's hard not to look a little sheepish when you're caught eavesdropping. And a friend may offer you a somewhat sheepish explanation for being late. Our last word in Unit 2 is stamina. Stamina. Stamina is a noun meaning the strength needed to keep going or overcome strain. Basic training is designed to build a new recruit's stamina. Or, the Founding Fathers gave us a system of government with the stamina to survive more than 200 years of growth and change.